Do 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 do. Do 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 bum do. Pardon me, miss, but I've never done this to a real life girl. Boy, that's a creepy song when you think about it. Pardon me, miss, but I've never done this to a real live girl. Who were you doing it to before? I never thought to ask that question. It's probably pretty important, pretty important details to have. And Wolverine's here. Hinata loves you. Jeff, Brother E, Tim Doherty, Downlord, HD, Niall, Tommy Taylor, Lix is back in. Tim, did it? Oh, it's Tim Doherty. Let's say I know. I saw Tim. It was seconds ago. You can't expect me to remember that long. Yeah, we got. Oh, I forgot. Shit, I was going to tell you guys. For any of you that aren't at the Goosh, we're picking our. We have the poll up for the new series that's going to follow Bleach. Oh, hold on a second. I was going to have it called up so I could tell you guys what the numbers were like right now. And it's still Hajime no Ippo just barely leading 7 Deadly Sins. And then it gets really tight after that. I can't believe the one that surprised me so far is I thought Gintama was going to be way higher. Gintama is not doing well at all this time around. I mean, not that I'm rooting for it. I'm just saying I was really, really surprised with it. Kiba says, "Hey, Curtis, not able to stay, so I'm just going to recommend Black Butler real quick and say hi." Again, we are selecting our next anime right now. It's not in my hands. And the next 3 that I do pick at the $1 level are already done. It's Devil's a Part-Timer, Vinland Saga, and Interspecies Reviewer. Ooh, it's so tight, Lex, indeed. 70 Deadly Sins. Burn the witch's fire so far, as Zangetsu says. Madoka Magica? What about it, HD? It didn't make the that didn't get through the nominations into the poll, but it's being sponsored at the Goose, so we're watching it anyway. Let's see. Oh, we can talk about anything. I was just mentioning, again, you guys can talk about whatever you want. I just was mentioning that we're picking a new anime because a lot of you guys at the YouTube channel have asked before to be notified when we're picking a new one. Vinland Saga, yeah, that's coming up at the $1 level. Krusty Bomb, yeah, I'm anxious for that. That's one of the reasons I put it in. Is so many of you guys have been saying it's so good. I'm anxious for that. Yeah, 7 Deadly Sins. I'm not surprised Hajime no Ippo is leading. I'm not surprised 7 Deadly Sins is right there because you go back to earlier, that. If we go back to, excuse me. Hey, how come our counter isn't working here? Excuse me. Sorry, guys. If you go back to earlier polls, that was the case. I'm just surprised Gintama dropped off so much. Yeah, Psychopass is right up there, Willie. Hold on, I'm just looking to see why. I like having our viewer count. I don't know why that's not working. I'm just seeing if I have any options for it to see if it. What the hell is going on? No, there's nothing I can. Huh. I just like when we have the viewer count up there. I mean, I've got another one up in the corner of my homepage here, but I don't know why it's not working. Susan trying to sabotage us from the inside. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Susan's after us. I guess I could take it down and put it back up and see. I don't know. Just that everything was working fine last time we were here. Zeno is still stream boss from last time. We'll have to see what happens when somebody subscribes or anything. Hopefully this stuff is working. Brother E says, I think you need to wait to watch Gintama a little more because it still has some jokes that refer to anime you haven't seen yet, so jokes will go over your head. Yeah, I'm just surprised with as much support as it gets. Again, it doesn't matter to me which one anyway. That was the big surprise for me. It's way down. One Punch Man. Oh, One Punch Man was fantastic. I love Saitama. Who's stronger, Naruto or One Punch? You're kidding, right? Stardust Crusaders. Oh, that's great stuff, Wolverine. Fantastic stuff. Grace says, Curtis, have you tried doing live while playing Among Us? It's, again, you guys got to let me get to Tuesday. That's the day that the games like that are the stream games. The answer is Yamcha, Brian says, yeah. Do I think Alucard could defeat Saitama? No. No, I do not. And I love Alucard. It's one of my all-time favorite characters. Yeah, we're picking a new one, Boku no Pico. Ah, yeah, yeah. Edie, I mean, I'm well aware of good old Boku no Pico. We used to talk about that a lot when we could do the reaction video streams. That used to come up, quite a bit. Kami got killed. Have you seen Cowboy? Gerardo says, have you seen Cowboy Bebop? Yes, yes, Bezdev. Cowboy Bebop was fantastic. Man, one of my top favorite anime characters came out of that series, that Radical Ed, and I just think she's the best. High School DxD, another one of my all-time favorites. And High School DxD wasn't a favorite of mine just because of the fan service. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love and appreciate the fan service, but I think that show is really, really good. I think it's really funny. Really funny. Golden Kamui. Nope, I've heard of it, G18, but I've heard of that series, but don't really know anything about it. Right now, last I checked, Lude was just a minute ago, and Hajime no Ippo's 3% up ahead, 3% ahead of Seven Deadly Sins. And I did put a post in there. I don't know if people caught it or not. I put a post in the poll. Let me see if people hopefully caught it. I think from what you guys have told me, I don't know this to be a fact, but you guys have told me before that you only get one vote per person, but that you can change that vote. So if you guys have voted for something that's just getting annihilated, and you want to vote for something that has a chance to win, I do believe you can switch it. Again, I don't know that firsthand to be the case, but the gang here has told me that they switched votes before. I'm just looking. Yeah, it looks like, okay, some people are noticing it. Cool. And we'll probably eventually do that. I haven't seen 2 leading shows. Cool. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be right down to the wire. Hajime, I thought, was the favorite going in because of the past few polls. But I thought it was going to be Hajime, Gintama, Seven Deadly Sins, nearing a full week of sobriety. And good for you, Wolverine. Keep it up. Keep it up. I don't know what that word is. Keep it up. Keep going with it. That's what I'm trying to say, but it just came out. Big Green thought ReZero was a bit overrated personally, but it's not bad. Vinland Saga would be. We're doing Vinland Saga, Little Yaffy. That's already on the list at the other level, at the $1 level. So Wolverine finally cut into Xeno games. I just switched that. Wow, this thing is really messed up this time. I switched that super chat thing too to a different picture, and it didn't do that either. I might have to, before we do the next stream, I might have to go through and check all these things. Not showing us how many are on YouTube. I wonder. Let me take it down and put it back and see if that helps us. I just like having it. Let me take it out. Okay, that's viewer count. Yeah, we want to remove viewer count. Now let's put it back and see what happens. Sitting here. We're supposed to be talking. I'm playing around with shit. Viewer count. There it is. Okay. Yes. We want to add source. YouTube viewers. Yes, that's what we would like, please. Okay, we're going to make it a little, move it over, make it a little smaller. Oh. No, let's make it that small. Let's see. Put it right about here. And it's still saying 0. So I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. I'll eventually get it fixed. Should say 77 there. Yeah, that's right. I got 2 on my corner here, Krusty Bomb. It just irritates me that it doesn't work. What the hell? Why would it do that? Why would we hide it from the stream? You only put it on the stream. Transform, stretch to center. Huh. That could be Susan. I'm going to blame it on Susan, even though she has nothing to do with Streamlabs itself. Let's go with that. Black Clover. A lot of people talk about Black Clover. It doesn't. It always gets mentioned in the nominations, but it so far hasn't done well enough to really move its way up there. No, Mr. Badlands, the OG Dragon Ball, I haven't reacted to it start to finish, and that's on the list. Hold on, I'll tell you where that one is. That one did make, that surprised me. That one did make the poll this time. It is, it's in fourth place, but a distant fourth. Hajime is leading at 26%. Seven Deadly Sins is 22%, so Hajime increased its lead a little. Then ReZero at 12, and the original Dragon Ball at 9. Now, I'm wondering, do you think if, when at some point when we do the original Dragon Ball, since we're able to bring Super over to the YouTube channel, I wonder if we'd be able to bring the original over. Because if you guys remember, when I posted Super at the YouTube channel, all Toei did was take the monetization, which I don't care about it. I just want to be able to post them. So who knows? Maybe they'll do the same for that. Streamline Funny. Hope your Monday is awesome. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. That's kind of you to say. It's been a really good Monday. We had a blast. Well, I had some fun playing Minecraft earlier. It wasn't fun when for those of you who weren't there, I play in hardcore mode, and I was down in my mines, and I came up at an exit to the mine I didn't mean to, so I had to run back over to where I live. And it was getting dark, and it's like, shit, I can't remember where exactly, the front of my cave was. So I thought, well, I had a bed that I carry with me, so I'll throw the bed down and just make it daylight again so I can see what the hell's going on. As soon as I woke up, we hear boom. Fucking creeper exploded. Never got a warning, never got a hiss, never got a nothing, and destroyed my whole game. Yeah, and I had a lot of shit built up too. Chrome says Black Clover's really mediocre. It's a lot of shonen cliches together. Really? Maybe that's what I know. It always gets mentioned, Chrome. Well, as you guys have seen, it always gets mentioned, but it doesn't get. It's never really come near enough support to make it to the poll. It always gets mentioned in the nominations. What do you think about Trump cruising around while being sick? HD says, well, I think you got to watch now too, HD. Everything is so, on both sides, is so. Oh, hold on, Spaz Kid. Hold on just a second. Let me leave that there so I remember to respond to that. Hello? Hey, dude, what's up?
We got lucky with the jury summons.
What happened?
Well, I just called in. We're all set. She said I'm gonna put you back to the end of June now.
Oh, good.
But she started off by saying, "Please tell me you're a student." And I was like, "Yeah, why?" She was like, "Well, the cutoff was Friday." She's like,
Oh,
"So,
well, that's not
what'd you say?"
that's not your fault. That you're a student. You couldn't get to the mail, and we weren't home.
That's the thing. I was telling her. I said the mail came at the perfectly wrong time. My parents weren't home. I wasn't home because I live on campus.
Right.
She was like, "Oh, okay, it's all right." She just said, you know, just for future references and stuff like that, that these pretty much have to be called in right as you get the mail. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm so sorry that it was just literally the worst timing."
Right. And the thing is, the whole world, and they're full of it anyway. The whole world doesn't revolve around all of us sitting here. I'm on a live stream right now. Spaz Kid got a jury summons, and he got out of it. Okay, obviously he's full time in school. He doesn't stay at home, but they want to give you crap about it. You didn't get back to them quick enough because everybody's whole life revolves around staying home every day and checking the mail in case a jury summons comes in. Jesus Christ. What a stupid thing to say. We like you to get right back to us. Well, we like a lot of things in life we ain't going to get to, lady, so.
But all right, but I'm good now.
Oh, good. I'm glad it all worked out then. Good. Chrome just said, Spaz Kid has his day in court then. we. It was about time he can finally make his case. Yeah, that's what he's saying, Chrome. Oh, no, I'm glad that worked out. I'll tell Mom. Okay, my dude.
Yep. I'm right back to him
Okay, and if you get any free time, we just started streaming not too long ago. Pop in and see us.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
Oh,
Okay, pal.
yeah.
Alrighty, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, talk to you in a while, bud.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, we were just concerned about that because he had to call in today about his jury duty, and he just let me know that everything worked out. Now, what was I answering? Oh, Trump cruising around. Again, everything is so hyper politicized now. HD. Do I care about it? Not really. There were a lot of his supporters out there, and he wanted to go out and wave to them. And again, that's not a partisan thing. I don't care which side it was. He had a mask on. I'm sure that, knowing that he's COVID positive and everything, I'm sure the Secret Service agents all were with masks and taking precautions.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with it, but then again, I'm not looking to have issues with everything like, again, the hyper partisans are right now. Okay. Lauren, I'm not sure what you want me to look up. She says, look up Rias Gremery from High School DxD. High School DxD is one of my all-time favorite anime. I am very, very well acquainted with Rias Gremery, although Akano, I put a little bit above her on my waifu list. But I don't, I don't know what you'd want me to look up on her, Lauren. I love Rias, but I love Akano a little bit more. Yarborough says, how do you do, cherries? That's different. I like that. Omega says, I know it'll never get in, but I have a soft spot for an anime called Boba 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 Boba. It's ridiculous but funny. We were talking about that one for a while, Omega. Remember, you guys, Omega's stream boss now. Do you guys remember when that one came up a while back? That Boba 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 Boba? For some reason, in several streams in a row, it would just keep coming up organically. Somebody would mention it. It's funny how stuff like that goes, and then you don't hear anything about it for a while, but you're not the only one who likes it. Put it that way. I can guarantee you that because it has come up several times before. I thought, yeah, Rose Weiss was my waifu from DxD. It's close. In hindsight, it's always really, I don't know. She might have taken over for Akano, but man, when you're talking that level of titties, it's hard to split the hairs. Wolverine says Sandy K is Mark Park. Wait, where's Sandy K? I didn't see it, Wolverine. Not Mark Park on my own brand. Wait a second. What's why? Did Sandy K think there was a green screen? So you scam people out of their money to see you react to stuff they can watch for free. What, Sandy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, basically, Sandy just came in here and called everybody at the Goose stupid. You guys all fell for this. All fell for the scam. Sandy, you dumb cunt. Why would they be there unless they wanted the reaction to it? You just expressed why nobody got scammed. Because they can watch it for free, you ignorant twat. They can see it for free anywhere. Why would they pay to become part of the Goose unless they wanted to watch the reactions? Ah, there you go, Sandy. Jesus Christ. Could you imagine being that stupid? She just put out the facts to disprove her point. No, Black Clover, we just talked about it, Zephyr. It always, like I say, it always gets mentioned, but it never gets enough. It never gets enough support to make it to the polls. It always gets mentioned in the nominations. Let's see. Technically, it's not free because we have to pay for Hulu, Netflix, and the like. Right. Well, what we're saying, Willie, is we know that I watch, and I know most of you guys watch all the stuff from the official release points, but not everybody does. So we do know that whether we agree with it or not, all anime is out there for free if you want to look for it. Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail got Work That Benji got mentioned in the as it always does. It got mentioned in the nominations, but it didn't get enough support to make it to the poll, which always surprised me, just with as legendary as Fairy Tail is. It's just so well known. But that's happened a bunch of times with Fairy Tail. Yes, I've seen the Castlevania series, Spaz Dev. That was really good. Really good. I enjoyed that a lot. ever since I was little, I enjoyed I enjoyed vampire stories, and that's one of the best ones I've seen. Love, Death, and Robots is a perfect series for here. I'll tell you, bro, that's reading the comments or the nominations thread it was in, right? Reading the nominations thread, I think that was the first time I've heard of that one. I don't remember hearing that before.
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann, I've seen HD. That was good too. I enjoyed Gurren Lagann as well. Ty says, apologies if it's been said, but Rurouni Kenshin. Yeah, that made the list. Ty, I can tell you where it is. Rurouni Kenshin. It's not doing well in the poll though. There's 10 competitors in the poll. It's at 3%. But it's actually saying something just that it made it in, because when you see how many nominations there were, holy crap. Steins Gate we're watching right now. Worked at Benji. Steins Gate's good. I'm on to Steins Gate 0, as a matter of fact. We got done with the original. We're watching 0 now. Yeah, Steins Gate's very good. To be fair, we at the Goose are stupid, just not for that reason. Tim says, I don't like to call us stupid, Tim. Let's say we're different. That's the best way I think to describe it. It's the most politically correct. Since when have we cared about political correctness? So, Chrome says, I liked watching Rurouni Kenshin when I was young, but after finding out the author was a convicted pedo. Oh, I forgot you guys had told me about that. And still made money off it. I can't watch it same again. I forgot that was, I remembered you guys talking about that, but I forgot it was Rurouni Kenshin that was mentioned. Yeah, I did. I forgot about that, Chrome. Lauren says, Sarah's Victoria, best girl ever. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why she's right there. She is my number one waifu. Even more so when she ended up a badass vampire. And she showed the major what she loved. Bitches love cannons. Yeah, Lauren. That's been one of the consistents, when I'm sure that you guys are the same way. When you have favorite anything in anime, it's always something food, something else can always take over. But Ceres has been my favorite waifu for a long time. Excuse me. Johnny says, if you do watch hentai on the Goose, you need to tug it while you're watching, otherwise it's pointless, Johnny says. Arthur says, hey Curtis, I got a girlfriend, she's wonderful. Awesome. Woo. Unfortunately, I have no experience in relationships.
Yeah.
And continue the next post. Watch for Arthur's next post. Yeah, but the only way you get experience in relationships, pal, is to get into a relationship. As the older one, I feel pressure to be the one with the knowledge and to know what to do. I want to do right by her, but I feel like a kid stumbling through his first job again. Advice? Yes. My advice for that, Arthur, would be advice I give in any situation along those lines. Don't pretend to know stuff you don't, because it never works out well. You're way better off if you're just up front with her. If you're just up front about everything and just say, listen, this is new to me. I want to do all the right things, and I'm going to do, my best to be a good boyfriend. But if I stumble along the way, if I do something that you're like, the hell did you do that for? Don't be afraid to mention it to me, because I want to know and I want to do things right. That's my opinion. The worst thing you can do is pretend to know shit that you don't. It's going to get discovered. It's, you know what I'm saying? When you feel like, again, you're in a position where you feel like, well, I should be the knowledgeable one. Well, not really. That's not the case at all. You don't have to be the more knowledgeable one. And when you're upfront about it, I think that's not only better, more honest, and better way to have a relationship. I think it's more endearing too. Yeah, you gotta definitely just be willing to call it the way it is. The truth is the truth, no matter what. Yeah, that's it, Chrome. And so many people don't do that. In Arthur's position there, they'll immediately try and position themselves as an authority, and you're gonna get outed because you just said you don't have the experience, so don't pretend you do. Downlord says, wow, I can't believe how sensitive the super chats are. They're terrible, Downlord. Terrible. I was trying to make a joke about my mental faculties being lacking and how curse-worthy you were for taking advantage of that, expletives included. Oh, Downlord, it's terrible. And that started, for those of you who haven't heard me rant about this before, the gang told me this. They started censoring the super chats because some apparently really hypersensitive YouTubers were getting mean comments in super chat. Which is the dumbest thing I ever heard of. Because as I always said, you got the ultimate comeback to that. Somebody wants to pay you to insult you. It's like, Yeah, well, you can say whatever you want, but the YouTubers' response should have been, well, I might be
Oh,
a bitch, I might be a hag, I might be
yeah.
whatever you call me, but I got your money, bitch, and now I just blocked you. But that's, Susan is extremely hypersensitive to such things. Arthur says, thank you, I'll take that to heart. Well, yeah, that's, again, Arthur, that's the best advice I can give. Just in general. It's just never a good idea to pretend to be an authority on something that you're not. It's never going to work out well. And unfortunately, relationships aren't something, there's a lot of things in life. If you want to have some authority on it, hey, you can go look it up. You can study, you can learn. But unfortunately, the relationships, they come in so many millions of different varieties. There's no way to study for them. Parasite, I have not seen yet. Parasite, did Parasite make it, guys? I know it was close. It's terrible. I can't remember. No. Oh, yes, Parasite did. Parasite made it to the poll, but it's at 4%. But again, it's saying something when something just makes it to the poll because there are so many mentioned. JB says Susan pretending to have morals. Yeah, yeah. It's just such a moronic thing. Of all time, why would you censor the super chats more than the regular chats? You can't get much more ass backwards than that. Glenn says, you're a twat waffle. Here's $2. Which, now, see, even that's a good thing because I get called a twat waffle for free all the time. Brother, he says, Hajime no Ippo winning the poll in the Goosh is like Chicago Cubs winning the World Series. You never thought you'd see the day. Yeah, they're not out of the woods yet, Brother, although Ippo's got, what, a 4% lead now, I think. I'll update it. We'll see. 4%. Still, the polls go on for 3 days, but a lot of people get in early. So there are a lot of votes already cast. Let's see. Oh, hold on. It might have tightened up a little. It did. It's down to 3% now. 7 Deadly Sins at 23. Hajime still at 26. ReZero 11.
Oh, yeah.
The original Dragon Ball 9. Yeah, it's gonna be a 2-horse race. It looks like. Yarborough says titty drop compilations. I like titty drop compilations. What are they saying now? Yeah, well, good point. Big Green says, don't say that, Curtis, or they'll censor Super Chat even more. Yeah, I say it thinking, that, hey, maybe we could have an influence on it and they'll stop censoring the Super Chats. But Big Green's right. That's not that's not their logic at all. They would come down harder on the regular comments. Omega says, as I once told a friend, no one really knows what they're doing when it comes to dating. 100% true. Omega, we're all just, for lack of a better term, feeling our way through. Because every situation is different. Oh, Omega took over as stream boss. No, I agree. And every dating instance, every time you start dating someone new, it's a whole different experience. Some good, some bad, some long-lasting, some really brief. Excuse me. Johnny says, speaking of baseball, I'm really impressed with what the Padres are doing. Yeah, absolutely. Tatis Jr. is bet. Yeah, absolutely. I had to root against them in the first round just because my son-in-law and grandson are huge Cardinals fans. But now that they made it through there, yeah, I'll be rooting for them. I like rooting for the underdogs. Other than the Yankees, I've always been, Pirates are my top team, but of course, they are literally the worst team in baseball. But they're the team I always had rooted for. But in the American League, I always rooted for the Yankees. So outside of the Yanks, I'll root for the Padres. They might, Bruno. Yankees had the talent to win it all, but man, they had a hot start to the season. Then they played like shit for a while. And then they had, which is fortunate, nearer the end of the season, they had that hot spell because that's what got them into the playoffs. And then they just played very average at the end, too. So better collect their shit. Promised Neverland was awesome work, that Benji. That was really good series. Really good show. Vinland Saga is coming up at the $1 level at the Goosh. We've got Devil's a Part-Timer, Vinland Saga, and Interspecies Reviewer are the next 3 coming up there. Brother E says, next stream, make a thumbnail of you playing Mario, but don't actually play Mario. It'll appease that one guy who claims you're a Mario YouTuber, but give him blue balls. For those of you who don't know what Brother E's talking about, we were doing a live stream one day. I was actually out in nature. I was out on a walk at a local Catholic shrine they have here. It's a beautiful place. Just thought I'd take the gang for a little walk around, look at the sights. And this dude came in and was convinced. He came in saying something. Hey, Curtis, your special fan. Oh, from the Middle East. Thanks, Ahmad. Good to have you here. He came in saying, are you going to play the new Mario game? And he just kept repeating it. And I said, or when are you going to play it? And I was like, what gave you the impression that, I mean, it was just so out of left field. It's like, I played Mario games years ago, and I've said to you guys over and over, they were never my favorites, not my favorite type of gaming. Outside of kart, they're nothing I play with any type of regularity at all. But he was bound determined, wasn't he, guys? No, you said you love Mario, and so I know you're going to be playing it. When are you going to play it? When is that series going to start? And he was just like batshit about it. He was almost Mark Bark crazy. It was close. Mark Bark's in a special, got a special spot though. Well, you know what it was, Chrome? Devil is a part-timer. It's been mentioned a lot, and it just fits perfectly for the $1 level because it's a nice short series. And we try and do them at the $1 level, because it just, with doing One Piece, now we did Bleach, and if Hajime wins, that's another long one. So it's nice to, at the $1 level, keep it moving along. And a lot of you guys recently had been talking about that one. But you figure that's only a couple weeks commitment for that one. Super Mario Sunshine Dollar says. Lick says, fun fact, that guy came in the day after that stream and started harassing me because I made fun of him. Did he? I didn't even catch that, Licks. Oh, shit. I wish that would have been pointed out to me. It would have been fun to make fun of him for it. Tom Wolverine. Why Mark Bark? No, Mark Bark, Nikki, for those of you who don't know, Mark Bark is a legendary, I'd say he was a troll, but I don't think he was a troll. I think he was just crazy. Dude that came into the stream ages ago. It's a lot to tell. But he was crazy. Back at the time, I hadn't redone the room yet to where I had all the stuff that you guys had sent to us here at the channel over the years in the background. He came in convinced that I had taken all that stuff and sold it on the black market. He said, oh, the katana. I got a spot for the katana too, and I keep forgetting to put it up. I think it's already up there. The katana holder, I'm going to put it right there. But anyway, especially this katana that we have. And when he said that was the thing that he was most notably noticed was missing, so he knew he had sold it. It was sitting right here by the desk. So I brought it out and I showed it to him. And that's when he said that everything is green screened. None of it's real. Oh, it was just amazing. Gray says, have you watched Corpse Party, the anime? No, I haven't seen that one, Gray. It's based on the video game for people of the horror franchise. My God, is that gory? Honestly, if you love anime, I like any anime, Gray. Like I've said before, I will watch any genre as long as the story is good. I'm not really, I don't. It's same with movies and stuff. I don't get too pigeonholed into genre. If it's a good story, I'm on board. I want to play. Colin says, what if you have a doppelganger who is a YouTuber obsessed with Mario and that guy just got confused? If I have a doppelganger, I just feel sorry for him gone. So another poor bastard running around with this? It sucks to be him. Mark was barking up the wrong tree. Yes, he was, Willie. Have you seen Soul Eater? No. Soul Eater Zephyr, I think, just missed. I'm trying to remember. I think it just missed making the poll this time. It was in the nominations thread. I think I'm thinking of the right title. Yeah. But it came just short. Just short of having enough support to make the poll. Brother E says, Mark Bark is like the Jesus of this channel. Everyone is awaiting the Messiah's return. All the while, you have plenty of horrible impersonators. It's funny, too, Brother E. Well, you know that. All you guys have been with us for a while know, shortly after the whole Mark Bark incident, yeah, we had a significant number of imitators right afterwards. But he was so genuinely crazy, it wasn't that hard to pick out the pretenders. Chrome says, oh, by the way, Curtis, I'll let you know what my G100s are for this month soon. Just want to wait till the poll and to check some stuff. I want to see how the Burn the Witch special turn out. Okay, not a problem. Yarbrough says, speaking of baseball, how's your dusty old fart league? Unfortunately, Yarbrough, I'm out of it because that the hamstring injury I had was a complete tear. And it's the first time it was really hard for me. It was the first time in all the years of playing any sport I ever had to come off a field. And it wasn't that I couldn't take the pain, it's that I was hurting the team. Because I had torn it the game before. Then this night, I come up with a run around first, and I hit a grounder to short, so I'm trying to hustle down to first as hard as I can to try and beat out the double play. And I could feel every step it was just tearing more and more and more. I was like, okay, screw it. I'm going to play through it. And then I was out in the outfield, had a line drive hit at me. And I'm like, okay, I can get to this. So I ran up, and I was just about to dive forward to get it. And when I dove, I pushed down with my leg, and it did nothing. It was the weirdest feeling ever. My left leg pushed off, and my right leg wouldn't do anything. So it just kind of kicked me off at a right-hand angle. I got to come out because now I'm hurting the team. I couldn't get up and chase the ball down. The center fielder had to get it for me. So, but now I want to be able to play in the future. Otherwise, I would have just ignored it and kept going. But now I want to be able to play in the future, so I'm going to let it heal and start again next season. Oh, Willie says, also, I looked, Sandy K wasn't Mark Barker. I looked at her channel. Was it frightening over there, Willie? If Mark Barker returns, COVID ends. Oh, JB, that might be true. Of course, if Mark Barker returns, everything might end. He may have that kind of power over space and time. Oh, Spaz Dev. Do we have a clip of the Mark Bark thing? Because I want to rewatch it. I don't think so. Because you know how YouTube has gone through its many iterations of how it deals with anything that they deem unacceptable. For a long time, I had to delete the streams before they would go live on the channel. Because you guys know the stuff that we talk about here. Well, back in the day, for a while there, they were just giving you strikes for it. Just for having conversations about things that they thought weren't appropriate. So I couldn't take any chances, so I had to keep deleting them. And I believe the Mark Bark thing was in that era, so probably not. It's probably not there. The baseball run ended quicker than YouTube demonetized your videos. Not really. I got through half the season. I was, as a matter of fact, the halfway point of the season was when I got the injury. But like I say, it wasn't even a matter of pain. It was a matter of, I'm not going to go out there and be a detriment to the team. If it were wrestling, I wouldn't have stopped because I don't have to worry about costing my teammates runs. But with it being baseball. Watching Haikyuu right now. Worked at Benji. It's really good. Yeah, Marvel Knight is sponsoring Haikyuu over at the Goose, and it's very good. Pink Eye. Hamburger, please. Nikki Book says, I found a guy called Mark Spark. Is that him? No, Nikki. He actually... What was that his screen name? Is that what it was? Actually, it was Mark Bark, or did we give him the Bark? I've forgotten now. No, it was Mark Bark, right? You guys will remember that better than me. That particular stream is still around, Wolverine says? Oh, okay, so it is out there somewhere. See, I can't keep track because, again, it was all depend on Susan's mood, whether or not I had to be deleting the streams or not. It wasn't his screen name. We gave him Mark Bark, right, Lex? I can't remember. I'm not going to remember what it was then. We gave him the Bark. Okay. That's. I thought so. Yeah, well, there were two Marks. I do remember that, Lex, because the other Mark was just a regular dude, was one of the crew, and we felt bad because he would come in while we were all making fun of Mark, and he came in, he was like, oh, God damn, I didn't do nothing. Tim says, the only issue I have with Ippo making it is the length while One Piece is going. Well, that's why, Tim, too, you'll see, if you look at the list at the $1 level, you'll see that there's 1, 2, 3, I mean, just boom, boom, boom series down there. And that's one of the reasons why. Because I had a strong suspicion that the winner, there was a good possibility that the winner was going to be a longer series too. So that way there's always one brief series going. When's more Outlaw Star? We need the Hot Springs episode. Yeah, bro. The person who was sponsoring Outlaw Star dropped it to sponsor a new series instead, just because it didn't seem like Outlaw Star was that watched, that the channel wasn't as popular. So he started a new series. That sounds right, Big Green. He came in as Mark something, then Brian something. I think Brian was his second iteration. The one that we could tell was genuinely him. I think so. I think you're right, Big Green. Zephyr says, just watching any anime with tig old biddies. It was that long ago already, Brother E? Boy, you guys are way better at that shit than I am. Brother E says, I don't remember the name of the stream. Just go back between February and April of 2018. Jesus Christ, we're coming up on 3 years ago already? You know he made it. Wow. He really made an impact here that we're still talking about him all this time later. But that's the end result of all that was, as I've told the gang, I think it's one thing if somebody's trolling and that's fine, but I think he was genuinely had issues. Just from the way he would state things and stuff, he might be a great actor via digital means, but I don't think so. I think he was actually got some serious problems. It's doing good, Philip. I'll give you guys, he's asked how the poll is doing. We've been doing updates on it. Let me hit it again. Hajime was up by 3 percentage points. Last I checked. Let's see. Yeah, and Patreon was screwed up bad earlier. It seems to be okay now. Oh man, you guys, it just got tighter still. Now Hajime's up by 2 percentage points. It's Hajime 26, 7 Deadly Sins 24, and then ReZero's at 11. Dragon Ball at 9. Oh, it's a tight one. It's a very, very tight. That's what she said. She was lying. Hunter x Hunter. Oh, of course, Kevin. Hunter x Hunter is one of my all-time favorites. Right at the top of my list. Love Hunter x Hunter. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Erickson Boruto. Yeah, Boruto won't be coming up anytime soon. I don't think has Boruto ever even been mentioned in the nominations? Gon says, watch it. I have just been Spaz Kid pulling some 4D chess level trolling. Yeah, saw Avatar too, Kevin. Great one. You haven't voted yet, T-Matt? Get over there and hit it. Hit us with your favorite. Now, if the percentages stay the same, I can download the actual vote tally and see if the actual number is. If it were to come to that, if after 3 days their percentage numbers are tied, I will post that for you to make sure that you guys see it's, whoever I declare as the winner was legitimately the winner. Yarborough says, heading out, gotta help sick daughter, we'll bang okay. Oh, absolutely, we'll always bang Yarborough. And I hope everything's going well with your daughter. His daughter has COVID, but she's young. And so hopefully, without any pre-existing conditions, hopefully she'll just kick it like a cold, we're hoping. Downward says, previous post, please?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Downward, there was a character in a book I read, and he cultivated madness as his power. He was madness personified and could feel when someone else went mad and would kill them for stealing his whispers.
Yeah.
Yikes. Holy shit. His name wasn't Mark, was it? Sounds like it could be. Hey, Rockstar. Kiske says, somebody needs to take one for the team and find the Mark Bark stream. Yeah. Well, of course you can't tell. Again, it happened. We went through so many waves over the years. I'm sure we will continue with what YouTube finds acceptable. I thought that was in the era where I had to delete them, but the gang here says no, it's still up there somewhere. Wow, it's even longer ago than I would have thought. God damn. Oh, that's too bad, Mr. Badlands. He says my entire family in Ecuador has COVID and praying for them. Yeah, I hope all works out okay. We all know the numbers are in your favor. If you're under 70 years old and you don't have any serious pre-existing conditions, at least percentages are dramatically in your favor anyway. Markiplier, Nikki Book says. Wouldn't that be the greatest ever if it was Markiplier that was doing it? That was trolling us. Chrome says, so you decided if you're going to do all of Ippo series if it wins. Feels like next poll ReZero will probably get less support. It's more in the news now for being midway through the second season. I haven't thought that far ahead, Chrome. I haven't, until there's a winner, I don't really start to break anything like that down that far. We gotta wait and see if it actually wins first. Oh, you saw it some months ago, Wolverine says? Oh, that's cool that it still exists, though. He became such a legend. Barkiplier, yeah. Yeah, Big Green. Krusty Bomb is looking for it. Yeah, Wolverine said he came across it not too long ago. And Brother E said, what'd you say, Brother E? Like February, March of 2018, he thinks? See, I don't typically go back and rename the streams. That one, in hindsight, I should have. Well, we didn't know at the time Mark Bark was going to become the legend he was. It would have been great if I would have gone back and named it something with Mark Bark. Then we could just do a search and have found it. Yeah, we've been streaming for a long time. That's why it made me laugh not too long ago when somebody will tell you, we only do live streams for the super chats. Like, we so far predate any super chats. We've been streaming on this channel years before we've been streaming on this channel since live streaming was available on YouTube. That word says, now his name wasn't known, but they called him Xenocide because he hunted an entire race to extinction. He's also known for humping doors. Oh, he sounds like the kind of guy I like. Well, the humping doors part.
Yeah.
not the extinction, not the genocide thing. That word's boss now too. Spaz does looking for it too. Yeah, there's always been, except for brief periods when I've had too much else going on where I couldn't stream as often, there's usually a lot of streams to go through. Because typically, especially, and I do promise you guys, now that we're doing the gaming streams regularly, let me just get a couple weeks into it so I have some content for each day. And I will make you guys playlists on them so you don't have to search, if you come in on a game and we're 5 or 6 episodes in, you don't have to hunt around for them all. But I will make playlists for all them once we get a couple of each of them up. I can make the playlist for Minecraft Monday, though, because that's got a bunch already up. Excuse me. Oh, the 24-hour live stream. I remember that gone. Barely. I was so tired. Spaz Kid helped me get through that. That was fun, though. That 24-hour live stream actually was a lot of fun. Yeah, because that was 100,000 celebration, right? Oh, we're as far as and have been for a couple months now, as far as getting our videos recommended or bringing in new subscribers, we're on YouTube shit list now. But I found out why. It's because I make mostly short form videos, or have been. Now we're going to live streaming. But we make short form videos, and YouTube's been punishing everybody who makes short form videos. We would assume it's because they feel like they make more money on long form. So that's why we don't get pushed out there anymore. Oh, JoJo was so good. But the guy today said he was not a Mark Bark pretender, was original, didn't mention green screen. No, Nikki, we have laughs about that because anybody that comes in here being batshit is always going to get compared to Mark Bark. Chrome says, kind of curious, any thoughts on Minecraft Steve coming to Smash Bros since you're into gaming? The reaction has been varied. Not being a huge Smash Bros fan, it's not, I don't have much skin in the game. I'd like to know, he called earlier, I should ask Spaz Kid what he thought. He loves Smash Bros. I wouldn't have an issue with it. I think it's kind of cool. But again, I'm not a good one to ask. I really don't play it. Despite what that guy the other day believed, the only Mario game I play with any regularity is Kart. And I only play that if Spaz Kid's home, because him and I play that together. Brother E said Mark Bark is definitely between February to April 2018. I was watching that stream while in an office, had to hold in my laughter not to sound rude. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, I wonder what... The idea of having a green screen center over the edge. Yeah, Johnny, I think, like I said, I really believe that was not just your typical run-of-the-mill internet troll. I think the guy really had issues. Some pretty significant issues. Evo's got a lead, but it's been shrinking over the last hour or so, Andrew. It got as high as 4 percentage points down to 2. It's going to be interesting. So it's over at the Goosh, our Patreon. We can't do reaction video streams on YouTube, so that's where we have to do everything. Reaction video streams, anime reactions. I mean, at YouTube. Chrome says, main issue I've got with it is he looks like he'll be a pain to fight against, like the perfect troll character to annoy people online. Impressive how accurate to Minecraft he is in the game. Really, Chrome? Yeah, see, I hadn't put that much thought into it, not being a huge fan of the game, but I thought the idea was cool. Yeah, I could see where he'd end up being a troll character. Wolverine says, looking for the stream on my laptop. I'll post in the comment section of today's earlier stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you find it, do that. Yeah, let's see it. Luke says you should incorporate Mark into Roja as an annoying gag villain character who doesn't actually accomplish anything. That actually wouldn't be too... Yeah, or just we could incorporate him into Roja as a villain who just gets the ever-living shit beat out of him. It is... Philip makes a good point. I'm amazed at how much of a distance is between some of these series on the poll. I mean, Seven Deadly Sins and Shield Hero were neck and neck in the nomination thread. I know, it's weird, isn't it? That it's funny, and that happens pretty much every time. You'll see certain series. You know what? All I can figure, Philip, I think people are genuine, but in the nominations, you can upvote and you should upvote every series that you do like. So I think a lot of people will really like a series, but unfortunately, it's not their favorite, so it doesn't. Once it goes from nominations to polls, it doesn't do as well, because it's like you'll get some series that are in everybody's top 5, but not necessarily everybody's top 1. It sucks the original Dragon Ball isn't going to win. Well, let's hope for next time. Mr. Badlands, I'm surprised it did as well as it has, because it just got whispers prior to this one, so that's good that it's getting momentum. If it weren't, so that one, if it doesn't win a poll soon, there's a real strong chance that at some point that one will come up on the $1 level. Once we get through some of the shorter series, real good chance that I'll just put that one in, because I need to watch that, and watch it properly from start to finish at some point. Arthur says, yeah, that's what I think happened. R.I.P. Gintama. I think so too, Arthur. That's all I can figure. It's not, it's not necessarily a diss to any series that doesn't do well in the polls. It's just that there are series that everybody likes, but just aren't not enough people's favorites. Let's see. Trinity 7 is a great harem anime. I've heard of that one. Work that, Benji? I've heard of Trinity 7. I don't really know much about it, but when you say harem anime, I'm immediately interested, though. I like titties. Philip says somebody needs to mod Among Us to be the classroom from another. From another. Now is that an anime name? Andrew says at least if 7DS does win, it is only 75 episodes, so maybe people could come after. Well, we'll figure that out as we go, Andrew. Let's wait and see how that all unfolds. It could happen just because they are winning by so much. If it was a 3-way battle, a 4-way battle, it'd be different. But as of right now, those two are really, really dominating. But it's kind of tough, too, to do that right now, because if Ippo doesn't win, it could very well be because people don't want a series that long right now with One Piece still going. So we might have to redo the vote anyway, just to make sure. Downward says, reason I brought up Mr. Doorhumper was because I was wondering if you had plans for a character in your books that was obviously insane, OP, and funny. There'll definitely be, he's not where I've written so far, but there is an insane character coming up, yes. And I wouldn't say he's OP, but he's powerful. And yeah, of course, anything I write, I try and sprinkle in lots of humor in. I try anyway. Philip says, yes, it's a horror anime with kind of a hidden traitor element, much like Among Us. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh,
See, that's going to be the only tough thing that was... Hey, Downward's back as boss. That's the only thing that would be tough, was brought up earlier. I didn't think of it. With Among Us, to stream it, with people from our crew here on board, is they'll have too much information by watching the stream. Well, I've got the game. Like I say, I was just about to buy the game, as a matter of fact, and BTG gifted it to me, which was very kind of them, over on Steam. So I've got it on board. I just want to try and play. I'm hoping to get a time to play it a little first, just to get an idea of what's up with it before we stream it. Every anime story needs a crazy person. Yeah, I think so too, Big Green. I think so too. Chrome says, really wish we could get some more of the classic 90s and 80s anime on the Goosh eventually, but feel like it'll be a while since newer series tend to be more on people's minds for reactions. Yeah, but I'll tell you, Chrome, the gang has been really good to us. Well, you've seen too. You know, the G100 crew has been really good to us about bringing some of those in too. You know, the older series. It's funny how, and I know I've said this to you guys many times before, but it's funny how I get that feeling of nostalgia for series that I've never seen before. I just like that old school animation and stuff. I think it just makes me think back to the cartoons I watched and that style of animation. I don't know why. It's got a cool, nostalgic, familiar feel to it. Gintama is all we need, Tyler says. Just be particular about who you play with. People stream it all the time. Yeah, we can go. I mean, and it's not worst case scenario if somebody cheats. It's not like it's the end of the world anyway. But yeah, we'll still be able to do it. Bakano, an anime about immortal gangsters, mafia members on a train. I've heard of Bakano, Dilu. That's all you should know going in. It's short series, I think less than 25 episodes. Yeah, I've heard of Bakano. It gets mentioned here or there. Hasn't had a ton of support, but it gets mentioned every once in a while. Oh, that could be too, Chrome. She says, hell, I'm sponsoring one myself. There are several big ones I feel most won't sponsor at the moment because the episode count. Yeah, that's understandable. That's true. Gundam, I know a little bit about Gundam. Gundam. I know a little bit about Gundam, you know, Midgard, mainly from, if you guys remember when we were able to do the old reaction video streams, we had a bunch of Gundam clips in there. So so I know of it, but that's it. I just know, you know, a little bit from clips. Oh, really? Serena says somebody has already made a Danganronpa Among Us mod. Baki is really something for you, knowing your passion and love for fighting. Yeah, Baki the Grappler, we've talked about it a lot, Samet, but it just doesn't. Hajime, now obviously another fighting anime, gets a lot of support and is winning right now as we speak. But Baki just never gets that same level. It's been, I think it made a poll or two before. I know it got a lot of support in some nominations, but never gets up there quite enough to be a contender. Monkey Hook says, you guys should watch The Boys on Amazon. It's not really an anime per se, but still one of the best shows out there at the moment. That one's being sponsored at the Goosh right now. Yes, I've seen 2 episodes and it's really good. That's a really neat concept. I like the whole crooked superhero concept of it. Yep, we're watching that at the Goosh right now. Again, it's being sponsored as a G100. Brother, he says, for Among Us, just play with trusted regulars and mods from YouTube and Discord. Just limited the group of people you can trust. Oh, yeah. Definitely that's what we'll have to do. Well, you know, it's just going to have to be people we can trust not to cheat. But again, like I say, it's not something that would stop us from playing it anyway, because worst case scenario is so somebody cheated. Omega says, speaking of books, does anyone here read Dresden Files? I love those books. I never heard of that, Omega. Never heard of that. Dresden Files? I haven't been able to read well, I think I still can read for the most part, but I haven't had time to read a book in I couldn't tell you how many years. Tim Confer says, if I had the money, I'd sponsor an older 2-episode anime called Dragon Half. Really? There's just 2 episodes? I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually. I don't think I'd ever heard of that. Download says, no, never read that series. Yeah, I hadn't heard of that.
Oh, yeah.
Chrome says, for Smash Bros., like imagine going up against 3 Steves online, and they build a house on top of you, then just smack you off screen, build a wall, and don't allow you back on. Oh, shit. Steve's going to... We should have known that put into a battle game like that, Steve would be a dick. All right, guys. Well, it's going on 4. I got to head out. I still got some editing for the Goosh to do for today. This is fun. I think I'm going to like this new design for the channel. We got to play some Minecraft. We got to have a regular live stream. I will post videos to the stream as well. I'll still do some Curtis and anime. I will keep you guys at the YouTube channel updated on what's going on at the Goosh. I know I haven't done one of those in a while. I apologize. But I will keep you guys updated on what we're watching over there. All I can do is bring you those, you've seen them, those short clips, 15 seconds at a rip or so. But at least it's something for those that just either can or don't want to join the Goose, they can at least follow along with us and know where we're at. But this is a great stream. This is fun. And I'll give you guys one last, because it's been changing. I'll give you guys one last update for those who want to know on the poll. I'll let you know who's doing what. 7 Deadly Sins was making a run again last we checked. And come on, Patreon, load. You can do it. We're at the same place. Hajime 26, 7 Deadly Sins 24. I'll give you guys a whole rundown. ReZero 10, Dragon Ball 9. Then it's Fate 07, Shield Hero 6. There's another 6. Gintama 6, Parasite 5, Soul Eater 4, Rurouni Kenshin 3. That's where we stand right now as we speak on the polls. It's going to be close. Not a lot of super chats. VTubers got everyone broke. I just learned, Arthur, I just learned what a VTuber, well, you guys saw, a VTuber was in the last chat stream we had. I hadn't even heard of that before. Yeah, see that? I got to look that up. You know what? You guys told me about it. Hold on. Let me type that in, because I know me, if I just sign off without doing it, I'm just going to put in VTuber. VTubers. And I'll see what. Yeah, I'll watch some of that and see what the hell it is. I'm probably going to watch a couple seconds of it and have had enough, just based on what you guys described to me, but I'll check it out. Guys, thank you so much for the stream. This was a blast. Tomorrow, again, will be, I haven't decided for sure, but it's the random game day, and I will try and remember to, in the About section of the YouTube, post the schedule of how we'll be streaming. All hail Iron Mouse. No. Delaware says. And not bad. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Again, thanks for the stream. Yes, I know it's Monday sticky stuff. It's not the most enthusiastic we've ever had, but like I say, it's sticky stuff. It's kind of lazy sticky stuff. It's kind of like, I'd rather be taking a nap sticky stuff, but it's still sticky stuff. And it could be a collector's item. You know, sometimes it's so lazy that it's like, I don't even believe it. So make sure you have your official trademark sticky stuff fanny pack on, and just save a little. Just, share it with a friend. Here it is. Monday sticky stuff. Pampu pampu for you, for you, for you, for you, for everybody. Pampu pampu. A little Monday sticky stuff for everybody. It doesn't even want to come out there. A little Monday sticky stuff for everybody, because we'll bang, okay? Flashly like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, even on Mondays, every day, goosh, 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 goosh. Goosh.